Hello, my name is Abraham Lincoln, and I am running as a third-party candidate for President of the United States. I will now open my first fan letter. It is a letter from 11-year-old Grace Bedell. She says, "Dear Mr. Lincoln, you would look a great deal better if you grew a beard, for all the ladies love whiskers, and they will tell their husbands to vote for you, and then you would be president."
3 weeks later.
Hello, my name is Abraham Lincoln, and I am running for president of these United States of America. Lincoln was against slavery, but he was not an abolitionist. Few actually were at the time. Lincoln was of the opinion that slavery should be repealed gradually, slowly over time. He considered options like having the U.S. government paying the slave owners for their slaves and then setting them free. He was also really interested in the idea of sending all the Africans back to Liberia, Africa. This really doesn't take into consideration that these people have been living in the United States for generations. They knew very little of their African homeland their ancestors had come from. They knew none of the language or the culture. It will be like, well, here you are back home. Sorry for all the horrible stuff we did. Have a nice life. Lincoln was the first candidate to come from a little uprising party called the Republicans. The Republicans were the first major party to have an anti-slavery platform. Lincoln was the only candidate that wanted to stop slavery from spreading into the new territories during the election of 1860. He was running against 3 other candidates for president. Voting for Lincoln was not even an option for Southern states. His name wasn't even on the voting ballot in 11 of these states. In the end, he only got 40% of the vote. The South was, to put it lightly, not happy with the outcome. The election of Abraham Lincoln was the final straw for many of us Southerners. There was now a president in the White House that was opposed to slavery, and our rights were being threatened. Lincoln was going to take our slaves. South Carolina was the first state to secede. Secede is to withdraw. And we were putting in our notice that we were leaving these United States. We believed we were like the original American revolutionaries who broke away from England during that American Revolutionary War. Now, Lincoln was the tyrant king, and we wanted to get away from him. Lincoln is not even the president yet. James Buchanan still is. And Lincoln would not officially take office for a few more months. Other states will quickly follow South Carolina. Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas all left the Union by February 1st. All these states met in Montgomery and formed a, quote, government they called the Confederate States of America. They appointed Jefferson Davis as their first leader. He is the first and last president of the CSA, Confederate States of America. Lincoln is still not the president, and James Buchanan is not doing anything about all these states leaving. He figures, I'm just going to leave all this mess for the next guy coming in. We'll make it his problem. Buchanan believed, yes, secession was illegal, but using the army in this case, he felt was unconstitutional. So everyone was looking at Lincoln saying, who's this kid? What's he going to do?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who is this kid? What's he gonna do?
March 4th, 1861. Lincoln is sworn into office as the 16th president. Oh no, but wait, who is standing behind him in the balcony? Oh no, watch out, it's John Wilkes Booth. If you know, you know. If you don't, I guess you have to wait for a future lesson to find out. April 12th, 1861. 68 federal troops in Charleston, South Carolina withdrew to the U.S. Fort Sumter on an island in Charleston Harbor. South Carolinians said, "We believe that Union fort is on our property. We're gonna take it." And they did. The Civil War has begun.
The South is seceded. The country's proceeding.